There are many ways to improve your energy efficiency, with lighting upgrades being one of the most popular. However, a wide range of opportunities exist beyond lighting. Improving your ability to spot additional energy efficiency opportunities, regardless of your role, can lead to increased business demand, help you take advantage of incentives, and lower energy bills. Technology improves all the time, so something you saw even a few years ago may be a much better option today. Just think of how far your smartphone has come in the past 10 years. By leveraging these advanced technologies, you can maximize efficiency to minimize energy costs, help customers secure incentives, and improve local air quality. Taking a holistic approach to energy efficiency involves integrating a range of cutting-edge technologies. Some of the most valuable on the market today include highly efficient heat pumps, variable frequency drives, lighting, and smart devices. Heat pumps are an excellent option for efficiently heating and cooling spaces because they transfer heat rather than generate it. Heat pumps extract heat from the outdoors and move it inside. When indoor cooling is needed, they work in reverse. Heat pumps have been around for many years, but recent innovations have made them much better at collecting and transferring heat, even in very cold temperatures. In many cases, heat pumps run continuously and efficiently to maintain a steady temperature for more comfortable spaces. This strategy provides an added benefit of constantly filtering out dust, pollen, and other particulates to create a healthier workplace. When it comes to savings, heat pumps are incredibly efficient. In fact, a heat pump can be up to 400% more efficient in some cases compared to other systems. There are multiple kinds of heat pumps. Some use ducts, some are ductless, and some work in combination with other systems. This flexibility means they can be customized to your project. If you're in an area that experiences extremely cold winters, a dual-fuel heat pump is an outstanding solution. This system pairs with an existing gas furnace. During very low temperature swings, the gas furnace kicks in to efficiently heat spaces, while the heat pump saves energy and money the rest of the year. Right-sizing a heat pump system to the project at hand is incredibly important to obtain anticipated energy savings and customer satisfaction. An HVAC vendor well-versed in heat pump installations will help make sure every space remains comfortable, so contact an experienced HVAC vendor to get an assessment. When you visit your next customer, such as a small clothing store or local restaurant, consider the following questions to determine if heat pumps could be beneficial. Does it seem like the cooling or heating costs are extremely high? Their system might be ready for upgrades or is no longer operating at capacity. When you review their seasonal bills, does it seem to spike in winter or summer? That could indicate a piece of their equipment isn't working well, especially if the winter spike is higher than the summer one. When it's time for an upgrade, talk with your customer about heat pump options. With a track record of high energy efficiency, a heat pump can help save money on their energy bill. Are there any uncomfortable hot or cold areas in the building? Heat pumps can be customized to address specific spaces. They come in both ducted and ductless systems, which can be combined to ensure outlying spaces are properly conditioned. A packaged terminal air conditioner, PTAC, with a built-in heat pump offers heating and cooling without the need to connect external piping or air ducts. This makes it a great option to replace electric systems or serve a single space, and PTACs are commonly found in hotels. Although PTACs without heat pumps are popular because they are the cheapest solution, your customers will suffer in the long run. A PTAC heat pump unit is a much more energy-efficient option, lowering customers' electricity bills, and incentives will help offset the upfront costs. Uncomfortable areas in the building may also be a sign of an imbalanced system. This requires a vendor's attention. If the building's uncomfortable areas aren't candidates for a heat pump or PTAC heat pump unit, the system might require maintenance. When vendors perform an HVAC checkup, they inspect the system and check the coils. Making sure your customer has a maintenance agreement so you can periodically check the system is an important way to prevent imbalances. Additionally, incentives will likely help pay for part of the maintenance agreement. Have customers spent more than they'd like on HVAC maintenance? If you're a building owner, refer to your maintenance agreement for coverage information. If you don't have an agreement, contact your installer to have one issued. This is not simply a preventative measure, as a maintenance agreement also offers you insurance with certain issues. Moreover, not conducting preventative maintenance may void a system's warranty. Look over the contract to see if this is spelled out as part of the scope. Preventative maintenance can help avoid a very costly repair in the future and keep the HVAC system running at its best. As a vendor, one benefit of performing system maintenance for your customers is that it offers the opportunity to discover if the system could benefit from a variable frequency drive. This is especially true for your customers who use refrigeration, pumps, escalators, and more. Let's learn more about this high-performance device. Variable Frequency Drive, VFD, also known as Variable Speed Drive, VSD, is a controller that adjusts the frequency of an electric motor based on demand. Think of it like a dimmer switch for your motors. Although electric motors in pumps, fans, and air compressors run at a fixed speed, they often don't need the full load speed. This amounts to an unnecessary use of energy. With a VFD, you regulate the power fed to the motor, controlling acceleration and deceleration based on need. By incorporating the ability to vary the motor's speed, you improve its efficiency and performance. VFDs come in various shapes and sizes and work for multiple applications. Of course, there are times when a motor needs a fixed speed. In certain processes, items like conveyor belts generally require regularity rather than variability. Likewise, if a pump has a dedicated job to do, as long as it's sized properly, a fixed speed is probably suitable. Seek out an approved vendor who can help properly size the system. A VFD may also be a logical choice when certain changes are made to a system. For example, an irrigation pump may have initially had a fixed need, but if the length of the pipe has changed, a VFD could be a money-saving improvement. In most scenarios, there's a variability involved with the equipment's need. Occupancy is a prime example, as occupancy varies based on time of use, so there's no need for fixed motor operation. Temperature is another common variability. Exhaust can be another variable factor, making most exhaust fans good candidates for VFDs. The devices will sense how much exhaust is needed and adjust the motors accordingly. In fact, with a VFD, your energy savings actually increase above a 1-to-1 ratio. From a logical standpoint, it's easy to see that if you lower a motor's speed, it draws less energy. But a VFD makes the system even more efficient, so you gain a bonus in energy savings. It actually gets more efficient as it slows the speed down. Let's take a closer look at this concept. If you dim the motor down by 10%, you save 25% of the energy. Reducing the speed by 20% offers you 45% energy savings, and if you give up 50% of speed, your system will save 85% on energy. As you can see, a VFD can offer significant savings. If properly incorporated, a VFD can make life easier too. Its sensor will maintain a certain flow or pressure, such as balancing pressure within an irrigation pipe. By automating this manual process, it frees up your customer's time and attention. A VFD also reduces the wear on motors, meaning it can help reduce maintenance costs and extend the equipment's service life. Not sure if a VFD is right for your project? Ask and answer the following questions. Does the building use compressed air? New compressors are costly and may not integrate well into existing controls. A VFD can maximize energy savings on the existing compressor and eliminate the hassle of trying to harmonize old and new equipment. The frequent starting and stopping of compressors uses a lot of energy. A VFD slows and accelerates the motor, making the entire system more efficient for extra savings above the associated decrease in energy use. Does the business utilize pumps, fans, or other motor-driven loads over 10 horsepower? Like compressors, the frequent starting and stopping of these items uses a lot of energy. A VFD slows and accelerates the motor, making the entire system more efficient for extra savings above the associated decrease in energy use. When it comes to pumps, a VFD senses and maintains pressure, which reduces water waste too. Why do we reference 10 horsepower? For smaller motors, the cost of adding controls surpasses the energy benefits. We use 10 horsepower as a starting point, but be aware that the larger the motor, the better the project savings can be. Have any VFDs been installed in the past 12 months that did not receive an incentive? If you meant to apply for an incentive when you installed a VFD, but didn't have time to complete the paperwork, it may not be too late to get the incentive. VFDs don't need pre-approval for an incentive. The top priority is to keep businesses up and running, and filling out applications can get lost in the shuffle. With that in mind, a 12-month timeframe is offered to apply for an incentive. Check your customer's purchase date. Or if you're a business owner, talk to your vendor about claiming an incentive on recent installations. You may already be aware that lighting upgrades using LEDs offer financial savings from lower electric bills and bulb longevity, but how well do you know about other benefits? Improved interior lighting helps ensure employees can safely perform their tasks. New LED fixtures offer better light quality, reduce glare, and remove the risk of UV-related eye disease. Don't neglect smart LED fixtures. Modern LED fixtures offer extensive controllability that allow building occupants to manage lighting levels through networked lighting controls, NLC, and luminaire level lighting controls, LLLC. Exterior lighting upgraded to LEDs offers energy savings, increases security, and reduces maintenance and the need for lighting replacement over time. Ready to dismiss lighting upgrades? Think again. Instead, ask and seek answers for the following questions. Has the interior and exterior lighting already been changed to LEDs? If not, investigate incentives for LED upgrades to increase visibility, enhance security, and save money. If upgrades have been installed, consider making them smart systems with NLC. Are there any HID, high-pressure sodium, metal halide, mercury vapor, exterior fixtures on site? HID fixtures are outmoded and inefficient exterior lights. Switch to LEDs for better light distribution, increased security, and energy and cost savings through incentives. Are there T5HO fixtures on site? As we find projects with fluorescence on site, the paybacks may not be as attractive. In many cases where there are T5HO lamps, there is still a high savings potential. It is worth putting into the lighting calculator to figure out, especially where this is an opportunity to add networked lighting controls. You're most likely familiar with smart devices, as they've become common in homes. Take your doorbell, for example. Not long ago, a doorbell was simply a sound that announced someone had arrived. Now, a smart doorbell can be connected to video systems and your phone, showing you who's on your porch even when you're away. Smart devices in businesses work the same way, connecting to systems and devices to offer you better control and customized automation. Smart accessory incentives are still available for you. Learn more at wattsmart.com/business. If you're an HVAC vendor working on rooftop equipment, once you've taken care of regular maintenance, cleaned the coils, and made sure the system's refrigerant is properly charged, take it a step further and install ARC, Advanced Rooftop Controls. ARCs leverage VFDs to optimize energy efficiency and greatly reduce heating and cooling costs. Moreover, these smart controls can notify your customer of early equipment failure warnings to head off potential outages before they happen. Rather than having to provide inputs, the smart system will give you information. Through internet-enabled remote access, the system provides temperature and humidity levels and shows you how it's optimizing performance for efficient heating, ventilation, and demand management. This information is collected and stored, so you can review and manage ARC operations, remotely programming set points as desired. ARCs also optimize usage of outside air, based on occupancy or CO2 to improve your building's air quality and reduce the energy needed to cool the interior spaces. If you're dealing with a straightforward HVAC unit, connecting it to ARC is relatively easy. Vendors can hire someone with ARC certification. Or if you're a business owner, contact a vendor to get this valuable system installed. Businesses rely on many pieces of plugged-in equipment, from computers and printers to coffee makers and water coolers. These machines stay constantly plugged in, drawing power even on standby mode. Smart power strips fix this issue in a variety of ways. For example, timers can be used to shut down power from the outlet at predetermined times. Sensors can monitor equipment activity and stop energy flow when the equipment is idle for a chosen length of time. Occupancy sensors turn the power off when no one is in the area and back on when they detect occupants. Much like the smart thermostats that people enjoy in their homes, smart thermostats are also available for businesses. The main difference is they provide remote control and are scalable, allowing businesses to manage multiple heating and cooling zones across several floors or even several buildings. By allowing owners to choose full temperature automation or remotely operate temperatures in numerous locations, smart thermostats give owners control over their energy consumption and meet variable needs. It's important to make sure the smart thermostat will interface with the HVAC system. Vendors can guide customers to the correct device and help business owners find incentives as well. We've barely touched the surface, as there are other opportunities to consider in more specialized areas, such as refrigeration. Be sure to look around the website for opportunities related to refrigeration and food services, or reach out to Rocky Mountain Power if you have questions. Now you've learned about a wide range of energy efficiency opportunities that enhance operations and help save money. Keep these things in mind and take a holistic approach when examining systems on site. Approved vendors. Access this link to help further guide customers and partner with other vendors who have complementary services you don't currently offer. You may even consider adding new specialists to your company to provide customers with a full range of energy efficiency opportunities, expand your business, and position yourself as a valuable asset to customers. If you're a vendor but not yet a Rocky Mountain Power approved vendor, enroll now for access to a wealth of information, including online learning courses and incentives for you and your customers. If you're a small to medium-sized business owner, reach out to an approved vendor to find out more about which opportunities are best suited for your site and take advantage of incentives.